Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Evil Genius 2, where I have a plan. I think we are recoverable. I will say that I don't really... This seems a little silly to me. We're going to find out if this is true. It seems a little silly though. Apparently, if we hadn't tagged these agents, they would have just walked around and taken pictures of things until their suspicion bar filled up and then left. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me because, like, the whole point of the suspicion and heat system is supposed to be that if your heat gets too high, then they send in the super agent to bring you down, right? Like, they're supposed to be defeating the evil genius. So the fact that this guy is here, I would think that he is here to defeat us. And it seems like they're chasing us around there, like they're very devoted to killing our genius, right? But they do seem to have lost track of us at this point. So I think what we're going to do here is come down here, grab Zalika, and tell her to just, like, chill out in this room. Go plan at your table, and please, please, please do not come upstairs again while we're dealing with this. And then we're just going to untag everybody. Will they really not fight our minions? If our minions don't try to interact with them, it seems very strange to me. Okay, so these are all detagged. You have to get detagged. Oh, sorry. He's in a tag zone, right? Can I detag him now? I can. Okay. So, also I turned down the volume of the voice lines because apparently sometimes it's just going to play a ton of them. Let me actually turn off all of our tag zones for the moment. This one can maybe stay on. We'll leave that one for now. Because they're not going to go over there until they're leaving anyway, right? And I guess we'll just see what happens from here. It feels to me like they're probably going to just keep killing our dudes. But this is what I was told would work. If it does work, there's some pretty serious problems, obviously, with that design. What is that? Planted evidence. If anyone knew you had this, you'd be... He shows up and he plants a... Somebody get rid of this. Oh, I guess... Yes, confirm. You cannot trust these Patriot agents. So they're just going to creep around and, like, do they have suspicion? They have a little bit. I mean, there's not really all that much illegal stuff going on here. If they get into that room, they're probably going to have some feelings about that one. This is just a medical chamber. This is perfectly normal and fine and legal. But yeah, they have in fact stopped. So the only reason they were fighting my agents in the first place was that people were asking them to leave. Because remember, the initial tags were just distract. I didn't start a fight. I just had people ask them to leave. And they got very murderous over that. But they're fine now. They don't have a problem with us being here doing crime stuff. Just asking them to not look at our crime stuff. That's where the issue really arises. Okay, well that's not how that ought to work. So let's go ahead and commit to some heat reductions. I'm gonna just go ahead and launch that scheme. Feels like that should happen. We're still trying to make money in some places. We're still trying to, like, do actual missions in some places. We're gonna have to wait on this until we have technicians again. We certainly don't have any spare workers. What we do have a lot of right now is spare money. So we can commit a couple of these big heat reductions in places where our heat is very high. Although, obviously, I'd prefer not to interrupt a currently functioning dollars scheme. Because we are going to need money to replace all these dead workers. So yeah, we've overheated in a couple of places. Do we have just, like, a chart that shows us what the deal is with our current suspicion with each of the major things? I'm gonna burn the scheme we're running right now to do that there as well. Hold on. Let me go look at our charts area. Do we have a thing here? Oh, we just have a new side story. Well, I definitely want to get involved in some more side stories. Old Man Jubei is using indirect tactics. Yeah, I remember Jubei from the first game. It would be really cool if we could recruit him. I got distracted. Sorry, there was a notification. What I wanted was our charts. Show me my charts, my various charts here. Okay, heat levels over the last 7 days. That is definitely interesting. 3% campaign progression. Really? Well, okay, maybe this is going to be a long one. So, high. Our heat level with Patriot is high, which makes sense. We've been doing a lot of stuff there, and we also did steal that maple syrup. Although, interestingly, this chart indicates that 142 is... Maybe it goes up to 1,000? Well, then why on earth, if our thing is this low, if our heat level is this low, why on earth did they send the super duper agent after me? Maybe it's just like whenever you get a loot item, it gets heavy for a minute. Well, I guess we'll find out. So yeah, technically none of this stuff is illegal, right? Like, this stuff is all fine. It's wild that these secret agents feel like they could just show up here and murder a bunch of people for asking them to leave. And they're definitely not going to get in any trouble for that. But, you know, the fiction of the law-abiding lawman and whatnot, I guess just... Can we get these cleaned up? Are we working on that? Is that what these... Okay, yeah. Those are bodies being moved into the incinerator. Well, okay, I guess for the moment, just nobody attempts to interrupt the agents as they walk around and document our whole deal. Weird. It's weird that that's the way that works. Okay, yeah, definitely. Let's go do some more research. So we have some dollars on hand now. We can start a real research. Interesting to note, this did not increase in value when we finished this, so it's not just research 6 additional things below the current tech level. It is specifically research 6 things in the previous tech level. That's good information. We might want to actually set up some real traps. It might be a good idea for us to have some real traps. So what do we have available here? Slippery floors. Explicitly an idea we saw in a cartoon. That is funny, and you can make them slip like into the boxing glove or something. Trap your enemies within a prison of soap and water. Science will cause them to float, helping other traps move your now weightless victim. Okay, that's some fun, like, complicated device stuff. Not a great trap. Excuse me, not a great trap by itself. Fans freezing. A freeze ray might be good. Also, just, like, better doors could be a thing. But also... Maybe we don't want advanced guard posts if it is the case that, generally speaking, it's better to not interfere with the agents. You know, a stun gun rack, honestly, I could see that being pretty good. Go ahead and do that. Why is this... Huh.
Research has begun.
Okay, apparently it's not an issue. Just weird UI.
A trap has been triggered.
Oh, people are going to get tagged again coming out here.
Training has stalled.
Is this going to be a problem, though? No, that guy... Okay, that guy's willing to just walk out. Who are you? These are not Agent X's people. These are other people. So wait, where are Agent X's people at this point? Oh hey, Iris is back online. That's good news. Did they just... Oh, they're in here. They're taking pictures of my generators and stuff. Are they messing with my generators? Because that would be a problem. I'm allowed to have those. These are not crime. They seem to think these are kind of crime. Crime adjacent, at least. This makes me very uncomfortable. And this dude's going to keep planting... Somebody remove this, please. Apparently we're going to have to keep an eye on him. He's planting evidence all over my base. And so, the super agent showed up for the purpose of creating more heat, clearly. To escalate to what? I thought this... I think a big part of my confusion here is that I thought this is the thing that we were escalating toward. I thought this was the result of not managing your heat well. But clearly it is not, so... I guess maybe we'll find out. Maybe we will discover that it gets much, much worse. You know what? I'm going to spend some money hiring in new workers. Because we have a lot of cash and we do not have a lot of workers. We still have money coming in from lots and lots of schemes. I mean, how are we doing on technician training? We're still only at 2 technicians. So that's really what we're working toward, right? We desperately need technicians for the rest of our Void Data missions.
Research has been paused.
There's nobody working, but there are bars here, so I'm assuming that there are minions who are assigned to the job of training and they're just not on it yet. Also, we desperately need technicians for, like, this stuff, for the purpose of getting our base back online. Okay, this hard-boiled investigator has reached full suspicion and is going to go and generate a bunch of heat, I guess. And then we just have a whole bunch of additional investigators and stuff. Ugh, man. This has become a real nightmare. If you guys are done planting evidence, maybe you could just get the hell out. I think this icon is we've seen enough, right? Yeah. Well, bad news. And now we have a sense of how dangerous high combat difficulty enemies are. It is currently the case that we can do basically nothing to dangerous enemies. Yeah, traps would be good. It'd be good to have some good functional traps. So is Agent X also on his way out? Where did that dude end up? Boy, a bunch of my generators look like they're in real rough shape. I don't want to bring my my scientist back out until I feel like it's safe. But we could really use her repair power. Alright. Let's see. Maybe if the agents aren't tagged, then it won't be a big deal for Agent X to see us? And if it is, then I guess we can play Ring Around the Rosie with him in the basement until we lose him again. So we're definitely about to run right past him. Let's see. Yeah, okay, if he's not tagged, she won't try to interact with him, and he won't try to interact with her. He has forgotten that she's the evil genius. Actually, the area of effect on this is quite large. There we go. That solved a lot of them. There's still a few that need love, but... Okay, lots and lots of repairing to do. Can I tell her to just repair a thing normally? No, she will not do that. Okay, well we probably need to get, like, actually maxed out on technicians before we send any other technicians out on missions, I think. We need to make sure that there are some at the base and that they are active at all times. Because right now we're having a really hard time maintaining. And in fact, I probably ought to just increase the maximum number of technicians. Right? We should have more. But since we are at 5 right now, maybe we could go ahead and start pushing this next thing.
New side story available.
Heat is nice and low. Oh yeah, and then I should start a side story, right? That's a true thing. So, let's have a look at side stories. What do we want to do here? Sorry, return to list. So we have some more loot items. We probably should hold off on that. What is the difference between a purple crime lord and an orange crime lord, I wonder? It doesn't really say. Okay, I guess purple is like lower level, because it has a considerably lower reward. Alright, well if we can interact with Jubei, I'd love to recruit Jubei if we can, because like, my memory is that he was bananas powerful in the first game, and maybe that will still be true here. Something is happening in Hammer territory, and it's treating you like a nail. I get it. Rumors abound of an old master returning, but what's fact, what's fiction, and what's clickbait? Probably everything. Let's go find out.
I'm a man of honor, and if you
Oh,
are
hey.
true, you'll stay in your lane and out of my territory. Operate elsewhere.
Unfortunately, I think there's no way to leave this kind of voice stuff at a reasonable volume while turning down the constant vocal, the audio nags. So, bummer.
I'm afraid I can't do that. I need the
He sure is an old man. He's probably less effective in combat now, would be my guess.
Then we're at an impasse, and I know of only one way to settle it.
I'd warn you not to underestimate.
Okay, is he threatening me? He better not be threatening me. I have a gun, and he has a stick, and I'm sure he's, like, good at martial arts with his stick and everything, but still, gun. Right? You need to find out more about who you're up against before you make bigger moves. 0 of 4. Figure out who you're up against. World stage stuff. Unfortunately, we have a lot of stuff going on the world stage already. I'm actually very busy. Here, let's go ahead and dump some heat here. This one only costs 5,000. And then, what do we want to be doing here? We have a lot of money right now, so we don't necessarily need to be generating heat. I think I want to hold off on sending any more agents out on... yeah, I want to hold off on sending any more agents out to gather money at the moment, because we're fine on dollars. So, tap into crime networks on the world stage. Particularly in Hammer territory. So what does tap into crime networks mean? Does it just mean extend my control over here? Because we do not even have 4 locations left, do we? Oh, this is Hammer over here too. So, I know, but this stuff's Anvil. Well, huh. Okay, I mean, I guess let's build some broadcast strength, and maybe it means gain 4 levels worth of crime network, and so we could do that by building more stuff or by upgrading our existing stuff. And we have a little bit of money for that. Although, should I? Yeah, this is fine. Let's just make a bunch more room. So actually, we can dig this space out enough to host another console, right? That's exactly large enough? Yeah. Okay, and then these don't have to be up against the wall. We can build some freestanding stuff as well. For right now, let's do this. And in the end, we're going to need a ton of broadcast strength. See, we have 55 power to play with. Right, because we're going to want to have higher than level 1. That's inconvenient. Can we expand the whole room over here? Like, yeah, basically just draw it back 1 tile the whole way over. There's no way to, no, I can't box select items. I want to move everything back 1 space. This is a very inconvenient way of doing that. But this should give us just enough room, I think, to install 1 more thing along the back wall, and then we can use the middle space of the room after that. Okay, that's 32,025 power. Let's just go ahead and go relatively big right now, right? That will run us exactly out of power, so we should definitely go back down to the basement and install some more generators. Remember when I said, hey, it's probably like a pretty high priority that we research some new generator tech? Yeah, me neither. Let's run down here and prioritize this stuff, because, boy, it sure is important.
strength.
Oh, right, she can't reset her stats without me. Okay, we'll get on that.
Triggering is deserting.
Oh, one of my valets is turned against me. Well, that's no good. Where is my genius right now?
Not enough gold to complete his construction.
There we go. Did that count? Was that an execution? No, when they're hostile, it doesn't count as an execution. That's a shame. That would have been a handy way to get some real easy money. So what's going on with my broadcast strength being all? Oh, right, we're boxing these up and we haven't. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, no worries. Nothing to panic about. So we got to get our genius down here, prioritize this stuff so at least one generator goes down before all of the new construction upstairs, and then she needs to help with this. And you have been operating this item. Okay, so the maple syrup dispenser will just restore morale. We should put it in a more public place then. A more sort of central location. This is the stuff that is important. Do this. So we can move this to, like, anywhere, right? It should be, like, in a place of pride, but also in a place where we're not going to get in trouble for having it. Where people are not... The good guys are not going to find it and photograph it as evidence. You just put it over here in the middle of sort of minion land. Or maybe, like, here. Yeah, I'm going to put it here. There we go. Lots of people will have the opportunity to see that. Okay, we're sort of recovering. We still have a lot of stuff. Agent X is finally leaving. We still have a lot of stuff that is out of order. But we at least have minions on that. Did I get another valet turning against me? What is going on here? People's morale is terrible. We need more morale restoration. While putting the maple syrup dispenser in that place is certainly going to help. I don't really want to move the boss yet. I mean, whatever. Just tag her for termination. It'll get solved. She will get solved. Anyway, I kind of wanted to see what Agent X was going to do now that he is out of stuff. Does he just leave on a boat like everybody else? Is he just going to do normal boat stuff? It would seem like maybe not, because there certainly isn't a boat out there for the moment. Okay, this guy's suspicion is low and his morale is almost out, so hopefully we'll be able to walk him out of there. I'm sure this is just them fighting that valet. I'm really curious what he's going to do. Is Agent X an agent just like everybody else? Oh, he's going to the spooky thing. What is that? Oh, it's like okay, that's how the beach is accessed. I see. I didn't even realize this was down here. Ah, so he came in on a cool spy speedboat. That does make more sense. Yeah, I know. Also, you did commit, like, dozens of murders. But I suppose that's not going to count against you in any way. Honestly, he probably committed a bunch of murders and then took pictures of the murder. Oh, can we get rid of this garbage? Look around and make sure I didn't miss any more.
Research has been paused.
It's hard to say. Doesn't look like it. What is that? Okay, that's just normal doodads. Alright, I think we've dealt with most of that.
I am the brains of the operation.
Okay, at least one of these things has to get actually finished before I'm going to feel comfortable moving her. Hopefully they're bringing them in quickly. Okay, we have minions actually using these little things down here. This is cool. God, there's so much detail in everything in this game that I bet a lot of people don't even ever notice.
A scheme has succeeded.
Oh, it is a shame that there's not actually like a show playing on that though. Okay, yes, we all want to build our generators. But can we actually get one done? We're about to have... So 140 is okay, right? That's down from from what we were seeing before. We peaked at like 142. This is almost done, and heat is like manageable there. Right now we have 12 of a maximum 50. Oh, right. Sorry, we can't initiate new stuff. Our broadcast strength is still all screwed up. That construction has not completed yet. Right, hopefully you have one of the generators, it looks like. So I think we can disengage her.
You have a command?
Oh, you've actually managed to restore your stats almost fully as it is, but we could... I believe her health goes up to 150, so we may as well send her down here to bask in our genius's glory for a moment. Okay, and now we basically have that figured out. We still have a lot of technician issues, just a lot of places where we do not have repairs actively ongoing. Still only have 4 technicians. Are we actively... No, we are not actively training more. I guess we're still only at 46 total people. We could fix that, though. Let's do a little bit more fast hiring. So what do we cap out at, like... Oh, 100 now. Yeah, that's true. I did build a bunch of extra lockers, didn't I? Okay, we should be fine. Alright, Iris is getting her health restored. Hopefully when that's done, when her stuff fills up, she'll just automatically go back to work. I mean, we don't even have anything important for her to do. I would like her to be on the top floor. Okay, but by and large, it looks like things are under control-ish. Things are in the neighborhood of under control. Still negative on broadcast strength. But that's getting fixed. Starting to move the already extant consoles back into service.
Broadcast strength resumed.
Alright, so let's start doing the thing again. Here... We definitely want to dump suspicion, or dump heat before we do it. I'll just do the one that costs money. It's fine. So make sure we are at 0. Oh, up here we have a problem. I do not think that we are likely to be able to get agents onto that, but I will pay $10,000 to drop that if we can get there. I guess we're still also, as much as we have money coming in, we're still also actively paying to build and dig, so we may not be able to get this under control. I want heat in general to be lower for a little while, you know? I would love it if we were, if things would chill out at the base. I think we should have time for this. And then we're probably going to have to be a little bit, I'm going to take it easy on spending. A little.
Maybe spend less or steal more.
Okay, so we've got that running. There's one more over here, but that's going to take a second because we're actually out of intel. Well, interrogating agents is a good way to get intel. We also have a couple of the console that produces intel, but we could expand that as well. Look at this. He's so impressed by it. It's incredible. It just melts right into the pancakes. As though they have the capacity to hold an infinite amount of syrup. Nothing has ever been more impressive. Aw, poor dude. Oh man, hay fever. I guess it's starting to get warm again, isn't it? Ugh. My least favorite time of year is approaching. Okay, so these are level 3 investigators. These ones definitely have some stats.
Awaiting command.
Hey, Iris, could you maybe get up here and help out with this?
The search has been paused.
Okay, they are at least willing to be walked out. Don't you do it. Don't you disable the... Oh. Hey, you. You are extremely not allowed to be in here. But you saw the trap and you were just like... well, this is probably a spot where it's fine for me to be. Okay. They're resolving that, at least. So now we have 11 positive broadcast power. But it still costs people to unlock, yeah. Well, we have enough that it's probably fine.
You're running out of gold. Maybe.
The good news is that offshore account worked and your finances are safe from tax agencies. The bad news is Jubei found out about it and is trying to take it away from you. Well, I do feel like we should resolve the threat. It will cost us $20,000 if not resolved. Okay, so this is like a new sort of problem for us to have. And then here are the things for the mission. This is the tap into crime networks goals. Okay. So I would love to do this, but it's going to cost a ton of intel. Looks like intel's going to be a problem for us. A lot. So we'll lose $20,000. I mean, I wonder if this would actually drive you negative, because if not, like, we can maybe just ignore it. We're always broke anyway, so it's probably fine. Yeah, we're just going to need a lot of money. Or a lot of intel. Okay, well, we can do that. We can build an intel establishment room, I suppose. So it generates 30 heat to try to get the data. Yeah, we should definitely go ahead and dump heat in this region before that happens. Before we do that. And I'm just going to disregard these things for the moment. Jubei cannot steal money from us that we do not have. Got him. A soft drink formula. Total gold 30,000. That's a lot of workers, though. And it's orange. Does that mean that this is part of... It can't be part of a side story, right? Because you can't do more than one side story at a time. But it wouldn't be part of this, right? I can't imagine. Yeah, weird. I don't know. So, about those Intel consoles. Can we... Oh, these are tiny. We can definitely fit some of these in here. Can I do a... That's not what I wanted. Can I do a back-to-back? No, we don't quite have the room for that. But we could just set down a line of these right here. They're 2 power each. That's not so bad.
Enough gold to complete this construction.
That'll be fine. We'll do this and maybe we'll create the space afterward. I mean, is that... Hold on, that's diggable rock, right? Yeah, I think we were only 1 tile shy there, so actually... We might be able to just make this happen right now. Obviously, this is probably not going to be enough for the long term, but it can be enough for the moment.
You do not have enough power to sustain this build order.
That's true. Well, we'll get there. I think we're probably going to... We're at 54% on this. Yeah, it's fine. Down to the basement. Think about how much power we're going to be generating once we have replaced all this stuff with the next level of generator. It's going to be incredible.
Need anything if logic dictates.
Was I still in... Okay, yeah, she does not leave the table unless she is told to leave the table. Alright, this stuff over here is definitely the most important stuff.
I'm not bossy. I'm the boss.
Alright, lots and lots of agents coming in via boat, and we're just gonna hope that they do not create a problem. He's just sitting there thinking about that maple syrup he saw earlier.
Research has
Well,
resumed.
Bruno Brambles cannot get pancakes off his mind. I get it. Now that I've seen them, I kind of can't get them off my mind either. Man, when was the last time I ate? Okay, so this is all going fine. We have a lot of agents over here who are getting distracted, getting tagged for stuff. This area is still tagged. So honestly, you know what? Having just this front area distract tagged is probably good enough, right? Alright, has this... This has not even started yet. This is going well, though. We're almost there. Okay, so here's another Jubei thing. Get more information about Jubei by infiltrating his favorite game forum. I don't know if this is the kind of stuff we want to know about him. I don't know if it's going to be useful necessarily. And they're all two... Okay, this one's 2 guards and 2 normal workers.
Team has succeeded.
But the heat gain to the region is 100. Oh no, sorry, that's the consequence. He will just overload the area. Yeah, I would like it if that didn't happen. But it's already pretty close to overloading. We gotta get, more of these upgrades done, too. The extra heat capacity is definitely high value. Well, let's finish the void data first. Because we're, like, pretty desperate for minions for the moment. But yeah, I don't know if we have basically the time and resources to deal with all of the ways that he is harassing us here. Maybe I should not have started a war with another crime lord while we were in the position that we are in. Yeah, I guess send people off to do that. I do in fact want my dollars. Yeah, we're kinda a little bit desperate, actually, on dollars. This one I'm a little less concerned about. Like I said, I think this area is going to overflow anyway, and we don't... It doesn't even have the heat reduction job that doesn't cost $10,000. God, the helicopter does take forever, though. Yeah, I'm not going to stress about that one, but I do want to not get robbed. And then down here... Yeah, we can afford to run a little bit of a money-making scheme, and we probably can't afford not to, frankly, so... Yep, and we're just gonna overheat in lots of places all over. It's really difficult to avoid it. Alright, just keep bringing in dollars. Just keep bringing in the cash.
A new criminal network has been established.
Alright, so it was not necessary to do this, to work on the Jubei thing, but
Low on power. Build
please resolve that. But it is, worth having done it anyway. There are lots of good reasons to expand everywhere. So... Okay, they're trying. They're working on it. I'm kind of shocked all of this stuff got delivered before any of the generators got put in place. When those consoles go up, it's going to be a problem. We are definitely working on new generators. Next thing. So, I'm going to... Oh, you know what? I was about to say, I'm going to set up a capture tag here. Like, anybody who gets in here, we should actually catch them and interrogate them because we could use the intel. But we don't even have that capability, do we? Think about how good at capturing people we're going to be in a second here when we figure out the stun guns. Alright, so I think those two have been ordered already. And we don't have anybody in containment, so for the moment, a power issue would not be, like, totally brutal. There's no way to see exactly how many people are heading out at once here. Yep, there's the power. Because they did, in fact, manage to complete all of the stuff up here before doing any of the stuff that our genius was working on. I think we only needed one of the generators to go up to be okay. We just built some surplus here. So it's a real shame that they didn't do that. That they didn't do the thing. Alright, we got some people running through the base with buildings, though. They'll be fine. We got it.
Training resumed. Power restored.
So these are level 3 agents that definitely just got in there and got all of the... Boy. We did not manage to see through their disguises at any point, really? I feel like it's not that hard. I feel like the disguises are not very good. Okay, this is running now. Unfortunately, it is going to take forever. So how far does heat have to go down before it's reasonable to start this? Because you need to have 2 minutes where the heat remains under 50 while you are adding 30 to it. I mean, I guess you gotta let it get pretty low. Yeah, and then we just don't have the intel to start anything else. It's all very expensive. And in fact, we definitely shouldn't start anything else because we still need 5 intel for this. Does it have here... It doesn't really have much of like a rate of gain indicator. Although our charts, maybe, would be good for that. I think once we get it under 10, we're cool to just fire this event off. But I probably ought to let it go all the way. Yeah, probably. Alright, hold on a second. Stats. Layer stuff. Do we have... Nope, cash flow, gold reserves. It looks like no indicator of our, like, approximate intel per second. Well, hopefully it's a lot. Hopefully it's a lot. Alright, we have just enough money on hand to start new generator tech right as our old tech is ending. No, we do not. Okay, hold on. There we go. Yeah, definitely more efficient power. Okay, yeah, our Patriot heat is tacking downward, slowly.
You're running out of gold. Maybe rob a bank?
Yeah, we gotta get these upgraded. I don't want to upgrade this right now, though, because I feel like it's, gonna just take up even more time. Have we delivered everybody? It does look like we've delivered everybody. So this mission should be able to start basically right away. We got a new wave of investigators that I guess... Okay, let's go check that out real quick while we're waiting for this to finish. Huh, it said a new wave of investigators has arrived, but it sure doesn't look like that's the case. Unless you're one of them. Heather Bobson, if that is your real name.
And has rocked down.
Oh, her hat is actually increasing her max morale. That's a trait. That's a character trait, by the way. That's not something I did. She showed up with a nice hat on. Everybody's very envious. Okay, good enough. Do it. And then we can start worrying about the Jubei stuff. Maybe what it actually meant was a new wave of investigators has launched, and this is where they'll be coming in on, or coming in from. I do sort of want to get some captures. Trending our overall heat downward over time is probably a good idea, but also intel. But also, what about intel? I don't know, with the new consoles, maybe we'll be okay. Let's just keep an eye on it. We'll see if we are generating enough now.
Has attracted the forces of justice.
Yeah, I know. Forces of justice. Always. Always with this nonsense. And who decides what justice is, right? Whose justice? Yours or mine? Alright, we kind of have high heat levels, like, all over the place. Do I actually want to commit workers to this stuff, though? I don't. No, I don't. The answer is no, I do not. Yeesh. That's a lot of technicians. This we could launch. But probably not, right? That's too much heat. We're in a place, though, where we can afford to do the fast heat reduction, I think. Although it did unmake all of the other schemes in the area. Hopefully that one will pop back up.
Scheme has succeeded.
Come on, show me some new population. It's a hammer area, so I have hope. Okay, some basic money making, even more heat reduction. And the orange one, right? Right? No, we're not. No such luck. Ah, there we go. Never mind. All I had to do was give up. It had to hear me give up. One of his crime operations is moving to a new location and they need movers. Send some muscle to pose as movers and learn more about him. Okay. Hey, we might even come back with a tip. I'm into it. Also, we probably don't need all these guards in the base, so that seems fine. And then we're going to need more intel before we can send out another one. So this requires a bunch of technicians. Obviously, it would be great to do one of these that doesn't eat a huge number of technicians, regardless of what else it does eat. Oh, hey. Agent X. In another life, Sam Hill was the journalist who brought down the president for his illegal re-election activities. Can you imagine a world in which politically powerful people suffer consequences for anything? Patriot was none too happy about it, but they recognized his nose for the truth was a talent they could use. When they recruited him, Sam Hill died, and Agent X was born. What in the Sam Hill? He is just hanging out here, so I assume we just want to, like, be careful. Like, don't do things in this region right now. Okay, so this is not Jubei related. All of the Jubei stuff is going to occur in Hammer territory, right? So we could just start... It looks like we're going to be pretty much stuck on this. It is going to require technicians. Okay, this one's not too bad, though. 30 heat gain to the area, which is not ideal. But if we got on this quickly, it would probably be fine. The thing is, I don't really feel like we can afford to risk intel. And I think if the heat overruns, you do lose the mission, right? So why don't we go ahead and pay for this scheme? We'll just nuke the heat in this area, and then another job probably will show up after that happens. It seems likely. Hopefully it will be one that does not involve a technician. Come on, just guards. Just ask me for guards. I mean, there's only so many guards I can send out. Okay, it's the same mission. Great. Totally ideal. Okay, so we're working on that. We're trying to get people on the void data. We have 2 of these 4 things running. I think we're doing okay. Let's take a quick look at our optionals and see what we might push to completion. Construction of another data bank would do it. That's the research tool, right? And then I should probably just go shoot some people. You make some money off shooting some people. But, like, we're still nowhere near our capacity. I really don't want to We're not getting any smash investigators. I guess we might just be pretty far off of all of these. How much is a data bank? Is it less than 5,000? Science room. No, that is a significantly dollars negative prospect there. Well then, I guess we will just wait for the moment. We have lots of important stuff queued up. Let's just let it happen. So what are you doing right now? You're still just standing here doing this. Go reset your morale. And then I guess just patrol the base. You know, like Iris is doing. We got people running off. We got people training. We're hiring as quickly as we can. I guess for the moment, just letting time pass. Alright, I do like the number of agents that are getting consistently stopped by the floor shows and stuff. This has all been very effective. And it seems like for the most part, people are just not getting inside. Right, as soon as they get on camera, they get valet tagged. Somebody runs over to stop them. Although this is a large number of... There we go. Yeah, camera's doing what the camera needs to do. Most of the time. And then we send them away thinking that nothing's going on. You've built a prototype, demonstrated it, and convinced the world's sharpest tech investors to give you gold to develop Void. It's a vote of confidence. Surely they would never invest in something or someone dangerously unpredictable. Perish the thought.
There have been some unfortunate side effects during demonstrations of Void.
Well, nothing works perfectly right out of the box.
Being exposed to a flood of other people's opinions seems to make users angry.
Who could have predicted?
Perhaps a little fine-tuning then.
Okay. A wave of Void worshippers has arrived. This is bad news. Hold on.
Command processor.
Hold on. She's doing what? Have the Void worshippers shown up in our base? They sure have. Well. Yeesh. Quality great, license to destroy. Well, they are clearly fighting us,
Find and capture that intruder.
whether or not we want to be fought. So I guess capture tag. We can maybe at least get something out of them. I don't know. They're probably not going to have any intel. Also, do I need to actually build the stun gun racks? Yes. Okay. We should probably, like, have some of these, right? Let's see. I probably have room for them up against this wall. It's maybe not like a totally ideal situation, but... Oof. Oh wow, that's a lot of Void worshippers! They have come to be close to the Void.
Your minions are in combat. I resume.
Is she actually able to defeat them? Maybe? The answer to that is maybe. Let's get our genius up here. The gun could be very helpful. So yeah, this is going to be a problem. I don't know what these people are, like, here to do, though. We definitely need better weapons, better fighting, and for sure, some traps.
You have something up.
No, sorry, don't execute Iris. Do fighting. Yes, do fighting upon them. Alright, that Void Worshipper has been defeated. How are you doing? Yeah, you're doing okay.
Not great.
So we'll capture a couple of them and then we'll just kill the rest.
Unclear this one.
Yeah. Imagine having more real henchmen. Imagine how much better we would be at dealing with situations like this.
To comply.
Gosh, that's a lot of dead. All right, so we've created some problems here. Just one left.
Research has resumed.
All right, march these two to cells right away, and then we'll try interrogating them. We'll see if anything comes of it. And so now we have some other problems. In the lair, those exposed to void worship the device that turned them into monsters. Around the world, the exposed investors' strange behavior is drawing attention. Okay, yeah, that's bad. We should not have had the investors stand so close to the device. I accept that. I understand that. Let's see here. So where do we have stuff currently running? We had a Jubei mission that was on, right? Where is this one is the one that we still have people going out to. We completed the other one that was over here, right? So this is an investor cure. Unfortunately, it is going to generate 15 heat in a region that definitely has too much heat already. You know, we just need to do some upgrades. 50 heat being our ceiling is just, it's too low. Ugh. This one does only generate 20 heat. Okay, I'm going to send people on it, but gosh, I hate losing 6 technicians. We should definitely get that done, though. That one's high value. And then over here, that's going to require intel and guards that we don't have. Yeah, a lot of intel, a lot of guards. A lot of need for things that we do not possess. Can we reset this area? Okay, even heat resets starting to require intel. Oh, this though. I have valets forever. So it seems like once you've upgraded a region, you end up with a lot of intel costs. That's a real problem. And we need to have a minion use the void prototype. Can I can just set the prototype into get used mode, and that'll do that, right? Okay. Requires a scientist and a worker and is used by another worker. I guess we're just testing it for further effects. I mean, we know this is a bad idea. What is the value of this, I wonder? Alright, I would love it if these agents did not see me marching people off to the cells.
I demand that
We get a capture tag here.
discovery and subsequent capture.
Uh-oh. Okay, well, they're gonna see some fighting. That's not the button I want. Iris, could you maybe, what do you mean error? What are you doing? Oh, you're mid-escort. Okay. I think we're gonna cap tag all of these. Because I could really use some more intel. So as soon as Iris is done very, very slowly walking this person out, I'm sure she'll be able to handle this quickly.
Another experiment requires my attention.
What, is that another Void Worshipper? Well, that's not ideal. This is a bad moment. Okay, and these are some slightly higher level people. Oh, look at that! The pistols! The pistols in action! I'm sure we'll be fine. They don't seem to be all that effective. I guess we're up against some enemies with some real stats here. Well, level 2, it's not amazing. Alright, let's get these people into cells and then... Honestly, I probably don't even need to reset my health. Like, she heals over time, right? I think all of our stats just creep up slowly over time. Alright, let's get some interrogations going. Wow. They have a lot of resolve. Alright, well, we'll let that tick down.
An agent has been captured.
Also, use of the Void prototype is certainly happening. I feel like we want to be here when this completes.
Subdued and captured.
I'm hoping this person's not just going to turn into a level 8 Void Worshipper, but I think there's a pretty good chance that that is, in fact, exactly what's going to happen. How you feeling there, friend? Yep, their mind has, in fact, been
Has escaped captivity.
poisoned. Maybe the gentleness of his soul is going to prevent him from becoming an issue? Maybe? Also, we got a prison break over here. Oof, even worse, they're fighting one of my technicians.
I receive invalid command. Calculating optimal route. Research has resumed.
Wow, that was a really easy kill. Okay, we could probably just go ahead and interrogate you two.
You have a command. Incarceration protocol initiated.
There we go. Good save. Nope, never mind. Not quite in time. Well, now it makes like slightly more sense that she sees dead people and can talk to them, right? I imagine that's pretty normal. We're all sort of on the same plane of existence. Okay, we managed to walk you out.
A new prisoner.
Just a normal tourist, huh? Sees the velvet ropes and he's like, ah, whatever cool stuff in here is going on, it must be over there.
It's exciting.
This is not a good time for valets to be turning against me.
An agent has escaped captivity.
Right, there being bodies around is a problem. Are you deserting? No, you're just panicking because stuff's happening. Where the hell is Iris?
Waiting by your command.
I kind of wish I could just post Iris on guard over here. I can post the Genius on guard over here.
Let's snag a new lab rat.
That's maybe a good idea, actually. Did I tell you you could escape? This has so far been a total nightmare.
We have
Alright.
captured an
Will
agent.
somebody interrogate one of these two?
I am. Good thing I'm a smart one around here.
Also, I'm going to fix that chair. Alright, do we actually get anything?
Thing I want, and it's not your
Seriously?
typical IQ.
Must you? Why are we having such a hard time interrogating? Why is everybody always escaping captivity?
Under attack. Sound the alarm.
You know, we don't have a camera in here, but we probably should, right?
Intruder has been captured.
Can we do that? No, we cannot, in fact. Well, inconvenient.
Subdued and captured.
Also, boy, we could really use some more minions. Alright, can we please now do the thing I said? With the interrogation? Turns out putting the prison right next to the infirmary may be a brilliant play. Alright, can we actually get an interrogation finished? I'm a little concerned about the fact that we're still at 1 of 4 on this Crime Networks thing as well. Yeah, are we really having that much trouble delivering people to the missions? Because that's going to be a problem, right? It's some of these, if it takes too long for them to start... Wow, what a technique. If it takes too long for them to start, the heat is going to become an issue.
Has given us this.
Did we get anything from... I don't think we got anything from that. We certainly don't have any intel right now. Really? Really? Your morale is zeroed out. You're right next to the great big maple syrup thing. Clearly, we don't have enough morale restoration up here. We gotta fix this. Can I... Which room is this? This is the staff room. Can we fit a second thing in here? Is this oriented the wrong way? Is that the problem? We're not quite going to be able to put a second one in, though. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I guess we could try digging out the rest of the space here. Moving this back to the arrangement I had it in a moment ago, and then trying to slide another one in next. This isn't going to work. This is not enough space. It's not far off, but I don't think it's doable. Yeah, we're just not going to be able to. It's too narrow of a space. Revert. Don't even bother. Yeah, bummer. Okay, so Void Worshippers, not actually valuable. But I guess I don't really have another way of dealing with them aside from having them interrogated, so we may as well just get it done. And let's make sure that we have Iris do all of these real quickly before she leaves. Because I think otherwise, probably, we're just going to have to deal with a lot of jailbreaks. So while she's doing that, let's pop out to the world map here. We are still flying out to this one. At least this one doesn't generate a lot of heat. Alright, the helicopter's doing what it can. It is probably worth noting, though, that it doesn't really seem to be firing these off in the order that we committed them or anything.
An intruder has given us their secrets.
Yeah, and like this is now getting into the danger zone on completability. So I guess you just really can't...
Are in combat.
My minions are in combat. What? Oh, it's... Nope, that's just a random Void Worshipper. Okay, well... let's... Here. Let us... make sure that Iris is continuing to conduct interrogations.
What to do?
And I'm going to leave her to that and run our genius down here to quickly deal with this guy.
My success.
Wow, this is really... We're getting manhandled here. Apparently this is where they go when they've run out of morale.
I'm tired of that minion. Kill them. I want that minion.
We have cameras down here, right? Yeah, okay.
Care of.
People should be getting the message.
An intruder in the lair.
We could probably put another camera down here. It's not permanent, but may as well make sure that we have vision of the hall. Alright, when our genius gets down here, we'll deal with this guy pretty quickly, I think. It's a lot of dead, though. We go through minions very quickly. Definitely less good at melee combat. I'm a little concerned, actually. We're kind of taking damage quickly, up close.
Your minions are awaiting command.
The thing is, I don't really want her to walk off because she's the only one who can get these done without it becoming a major issue.
Incorrect. Try again.
We're going to keep an eye on our genius here for a second. I'm a little concerned about how this is turning out. The valets are not really contributing very much. They're spending a lot of time just sort of cowering. But still, melee combat, not my strong suit. Okay, we have minions showing up to help a little bit. There we go. 100% under control. Let's get this last interrogation out of the way and then we'll call it for the day, but I definitely want to make sure we do that.
Interrogation
Alright, so each one of those is multiple intel, which is nice. I think we are going to go ahead and do some fast hires here, because we desperately need people. And are we at least running some of these? Okay, that one actually got finished. We're now going to be starting this gain 20 heat mission while our heat is like at 25 at the very least, which is making me a little nervous. I really wish that it would prioritize them in the order you set them up in, but I guess it's like if you have a mission that's important, you have to tag it as you have to tag it for completion and then just not tell them to do anything else, because they will make terrible decisions. I don't feel like Iris is in danger. I think that this notification was in error. And Zelika's fine. Yeah, we probably don't need to spend any time resetting stats yet. Oh, hey. That is planted evidence. I didn't even realize he got in here. Gosh, there's just body bags all over the place. That's not great for morale. Maybe we need more incinerators? It sure seems like, the way we've been playing, we're going to need more incinerators. Can I actually fit one in here, though? It's going to block access to that generator, right? Oh, no, it'll fit. Okay. It's probably a good idea to have a second one. Alright. People are training desperately. They really, really, really want to do the jobs we tell them to do. We'll probably be able to run off all of these agents, although I would love it if we didn't have body bags sitting in the open. Are you fixing that? Is that what you're doing? Please? Please tell me you're doing that? Nope, you're just going out into the... Not ideal. Not ideal timing. I guess Iris is done with her job, so maybe we could have her just run out here and solve this problem real quick. Or at least help. These agents are level 3s. They are definitely getting, they're getting a lot better at maintaining their disguises and stuff. This is for sure a real problem. I don't really know how to deal with the disguises, honestly. And if they're disguised, they can just walk up to a trap and turn it off, so it may be the case that a long trap corridor isn't actually going to help that much. Oh, they're getting to look at an awful lot of dead bodies here. We need some kind of like biometrics or something to help break through these disguises. I bet that there is some tech you can use that does this thing. So do they remember? Okay, they do remember that they are disguise tagged. Yeah, I guess we just gotta wait for it to wear off. Their suspicion's getting awfully high, though. I mean, we're removing the bodies as quickly as we can. It's just a bad situation. Alright. I should probably stop, because I'm just gonna keep playing forever if I don't make a conscious effort to take a break here. But also, I do like the game. I am having a good time. So, okay, this is the one, right? This is the last tap into crime networks. Okay. We're going to commit some money to resetting heat here. Then we'll tag this mission for completion, and then we'll figure it out.
Team has succeeded.
Alright, let's let that respawn. This is just, yeah, this is for curing investors. And there's not another Jubei mission up. Nope, that's also investors. Okay, so it should pop here, I would think. Yeah, there we go. And it's just 6 guards, which we are totally good on. Okay, and that's the only mission we're going to have assigned. So that's the only thing the helicopter's going to do. And with that, I think we're going to call it for today. I get absorbed in these kinds of games very easily. Thank you all so much for watching. When you come back next time, tomorrow, hopefully I'm going to stick a little bit closer to that hour. Because as much as I'm enjoying this, I also have to pay attention to how I'm spending my time. So when you come back next time tomorrow, we're going to spend close to an hour doing crimes. And we'll see you then.